Welcome to the tutorial. In this video, we are going to take a look about variables and data types, and also different types of visibility in Solidity. So what is a variable and what are data types? In Solidity, everything is explicitly declared. So what does it mean? So Solidity is a statically typed language, which means that the type of each variable need to be specified. Solidity provides several elementary types which can be combined to form complex types. So, for instance, here inside the smart contract, you want to store a value. Let's say the value is a number. Let's specify more. It's an integer, and the value is 50. So we want to store that the value 50 inside a variable. How can we do that? So how to store a value, a number inside a variable? We can store the value in the variable with their types. So with their types, what does it mean by a type? So here the value is a number, it's an integer. So we use uint, that means unsigned integer. So what is uint? So uint means it is unsigned integer, and so this is the first data type that we learned in this tutorial. So after specifying there are different data types that we are going to take in the future video. So after assigning or after typing the data type, we have to mention the visibility. So what is the visibility? There are mainly four kinds of visibility, or four different visibilities in Solidity. One is external, public, internal, and private that we are going to take a look in the future video. So in this video, we are going to take a look about the public and the private visibility. So what is a private visibility? Private visibility is the private function and state variables are only visible for the contract they are defined in, and not in derived contracts. So basically it means it is totally private, and it can only access inside that specified contract. And what is public visibility? Public functions are part of the smart interface and can be either called internally or via messages. For public state variables, an automatic getter function is generated. So public visibility means it is public, it can access outside as a specified smart contract. So for example, you can say we can say that the public transportation and the private transportation. So public transportation is for the public. Anyone in the society can access that or use that transportation. But private transportation, it's private. Only few people are assigned to use the private. So that's the bottom line for the public and private visibility. And we are going to take a look about the external and the internal visibility in the future video. So let's assign the visibility. We are going to use the public, and after writing the visibility, we have to name that variable. I'm going to name as value, and followed by an equal sign, and storing that value 50, followed by a semicolon. So we use semicolon to end a specific expression. So let's go and run our smart contract in the sidebar. You can see the Solidity compiler and go and compile the smart contract. Here we are getting a warning. We will talk about the warning later. If you're getting an error, we cannot run our smart contract. So let's go and deploy our smart contract. Here we can see our smart contract and click here, deploy. Here we deployed our smart contract. Here we can see our smart contract has been deployed. You can see our gas value, all the log data, our hash here. Look at the hash, the input, the gas, everything we can see from here. And also take a look in the left corner. We can see our token. Here is the variable that we have created. Let's click on the variable, and it says uint 256 and value 50. Here we successfully deployed our first smart contract. So this is how we deploy a smart contract. How we compile first. First we compile and we deploy. And let's take a look about the other data types in Solidity. So the other data types are address and address payable. So the difference between an address and address payable was introduced in Solidity version 0.5.0. The idea was to make the distinction between address that can receive money and those that can't. Simply speaking, an address payable can receive either, while a plain address cannot. So that's a difference between the address and payable address. So we are going to take a look about the address and address payable in the future video. So so we are wrapping our tutorial here. So here in this tutorial, we just studied about the data types, the address and address payable data types, and uint, unsigned integer. And we also learned about the visibility, the public and private visibility, and also we successfully compiled and deployed our smart contract. So in the next tutorial, we are going to take a look about more deep dive into Solidity. And thank you. See you in the next tutorial.